This is Down the Rabbit Hole, where we question the mysteries and nature of reality. I'm your host, Justin Perry.
I was walking home from school one day when I suddenly felt a strange sensation. It was like I was being pulled in a different direction, and I couldn't control it. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them again, I was in a completely different place. I was standing in the middle of a busy street, and I didn't recognize anything around me. I was completely lost and confused. I started to panic, and I didn't know what to do. I tried to call my parents, but my phone wasn't working. I tried to find my way back to my school, but I couldn't remember how to get there. I was completely lost and alone. I wandered around for hours trying to find my way back home. I was starting to lose hope when I saw a familiar building. It was my school. I ran towards it, and I was so relieved when I finally made it there. I told my parents what had happened, and they didn't believe me at first. They thought I was just making it up, but I knew what I had experienced was real. I had teleported to a different location, and I had no idea how it happened. I was driving home from work one night when I saw something strange. I was stopped at a red light, and I looked over to the car next to me. The driver was a woman, and she was wearing a dress that looked like it was from the 1950s. She had her hair in a beehive, and she was wearing red lipstick. I was so surprised to see someone dressed like that, and I couldn't help but stare. She looked like she had stepped out of a time machine. The light turned green, and she drove away. I watched her go, and I couldn't believe what I had just seen. I told my husband about it when I got home, and he didn't believe me at first. He thought I was just imagining things. But I know what I saw, and I'm sure of it. I saw a time slip. I was sitting in a coffee shop one day when I met a man who could see the future. I didn't believe him at first, but he proved it to me. He told me things about my past that I had never told anyone, and he told me things about my future. They were going to happen, and they did. I was so shocked and amazed that I didn't know what to say. I had never met anyone like him before. He told me that he had a gift and that he could see the future. He said that he had been using his gift to help people, and he wanted to help me. I didn't know what to think at first, but I decided to trust him. He told me that I was going to be successful in my career and that I was going to meet the love of my life. He also told me that I was going to have a happy and fulfilling life. I was so grateful for his words, and I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I knew that I was going to be okay and that I was going to have a bright future. I'm so glad that I met that man. He changed my life forever. I was sitting in class one day when I had a premonition. I saw a vision of a car accident. I saw a car driving down the road, and then it suddenly swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. I was so shocked and scared that I started to cry. I told my teacher what I had seen, and she told me to go to the principal's office. I went to the principal's office, and I told him what I had seen. He didn't believe me at first, but I told him that I was sure that it was going to happen. But the principal called the police, and they went to the scene of the accident as I described the street. They found the car that I had seen in my vision, and it had crashed into a tree. The driver was barely alive. I was so shocked and saddened by what had happened. I couldn't believe that my premonition had come true. I don't know why I had a premonition, but I'm glad that I did. I was able to save the life of the driver.